of. Mirage as well, starting off on that CT side. They're going to be pretty comfortable.
Yeah, they should be indeed. So we are going to the first round now, the final game of the day. exceL Esports versus Prophecy. exceL on that CT side. Wendansky there with the HE grenade and kit. 4 sets of Kevlar armor. And onto the T side, utility ball onto Archers could just be as simple. They have 2 smokes actually, and a drop tech 9 there towards Quick. Smoke towards stairs, smoke towards jungle. Flash towards CT, try and take control of CT and have that after plant position.
Let's see how this one will unfold though. Lazar wants to kick it off. He's just firing off those pot shots from close CT if he can actually keep them at bay. But they're going straight through. They're taking jungle control. I'm going to go for the wrap round, it seems. The bomb is going to be planted for short as well. They just need to clear out connector here. They are keeping them at bay. Connor will get the opening frag back on towards Slap as he does find the headshot. Connor as well, a second frag into the round already. This is looking good in terms of actually doing the damage they need to do.
4 versus 3 now. Both finds the frag onto Collar. Kali as well with a fast reply, but Lazar there onto Arch will make it a 3 versus 1.
It's just left on Kali now. They can completely stick the bomb. They have the angle covered. No way in hell they're going to lose that round, and they lock it down.
Kin screaming behind us as well. There's definitely a team that feeds off of momentum. We saw how good the CT side was on Nuke last week versus Method. See if they can carry that forward as well this week versus Prophecy. Another team you're looking at to be in that top 4. They had a very strong last week, beating Endpoint 2-0. But Mirage, such a comfort mat for this exceL lineup.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a lot of talent as well. If you look at that Prophecy side in terms of European talent, Slap, we saw him obviously playing Team Acer.
Yep.
More recently as well.
Team
yeah,
with Michaelele. Quicks as well, played for that Mana team lineup along with Robin. Obviously, Arch played for, I'm not sure what team it was in Premier, but I remember playing versus him as well. Kali as well from exceL. But anyway, 1-0. Bomb did go down, so it could be the full eco here from the T side. They are only on 2 P250s, and then a Deagle there onto Kali. Apart from that, though, SMG only on Jacob, so apart from that, it's going to be $300 per kill here on the CT side.
Let's see, though. Slow around from Prophecy here, just going to try and take it second by second. Play these crossfires, see if they can get the opening kills with P250s, just do damage to the CT economy more than anything. That's the best case scenario. If they can get the bomb down, that's just the benefit as well. Cal's actually doing great work, finds 2 openers with a Deagle, does punish them early, and the response is still there. Arch gets into the backline, somehow finds the head of Wendansky. This round could go so far south.
Even if Prophecy loses one, they've done enough economical damage already. 3 players down there from the exceL side. SMG and M4, that's all that's left. They brought up the FAMASs, the M4s. They put so much money into this round. Connor now towards it. He needs to find at least 2 kills here.
Connor will find the headshots. He takes down Kolor, but it's still Quicks and Arch. They backed off. They're in good afterplants as well. It is actually going to be Quicks that's playing from Palace. He doesn't need to peek. He can just stay in there and toy with these CTs that are coming out from the retake. Tap the bomb to try and force the face. Arch now has the peek because of the Molotov as well. They will get the headshot. It's Connor. That spray control as he consistently flicks over and takes them both down.
An eco round so close there. 2 players staying alive. The bomb going down as well for Prophecy. If they full eco, then someone had a few kills in that pistol. We could be seeing an AWP here with no armor. It's obviously a risky play, but on a map like Mirage, the AWP is so prevalent towards that mid position. Connor there, static as always. Let's take a look at the buy now. Oh, actually the replay here. You can see the smoke was a little bit far forward, but nevertheless, almost came to their advantage because he taps the bomb, he comes out, the smoke isn't in his face, he finds both those frags, is able to defuse the bomb immediately after that.
Quite scary, though, that it got as close as it did with Prophecy's buy-ins. I mean, what did we see? 3 P250s? That was like it?
And a Deagle onto Quicks, that was all. So, 5 arcades now. Let's see, no AWP on the CT side as well. It's going to be the SMG there onto Boaster. No AWP on both sides here. Solo mid control here from Slap. And actually, it will be a slow default across the board. 2 players here coming towards underpass. They could smoke towards window, try boost into here. Try and find Lazar off guard. He's only got the M4 here. Used to having the AWP there towards mid. Very proficient with that weapon. But yeah, as mentioned, when you go for the double underpass setup, you generally do boost towards window. Let's see if we can find the kill onto Lazar.
Oh, Quicks gets the drop on Lazar. He had no idea that he'd been able to take control of window. Kolor as well, taking down Boaster. This is pretty huge. They're aware of the location of Wendansky. The A site has been completely flushed out. There's no CTs there. Jacob and Connor are essentially forced to save as well at this point. They can't really run the risk of doing anything too crazy.
It's a big comparison, seeing how Weber was playing towards window, the M4, and then Lazar there. Doesn't wait for the smoke to fade. Instead, he just blindly walks in. That's a very, very easy frag there for Quicks, I believe it was. Nevertheless, as soon as that player does fall, in the 2 versus 5, they will be opting for the safe hit. Boaster reflecting the emotion. Not really too happy with that one. Losing the first bar round as well. Losing 3 players when Prophecy were on that eco means their money isn't really in the strongest position. They are having 2 players survive with these M4s. 1.4k into the bank. They can drop over another M4. But Connor now, giving away his position, he needs to stay alive here.
Connor getting the first frag is good, so at least they do stunt the growth of the Teaser's economy slightly, but it's not really going to come back to bite them that much at all. They're going to be pretty healthy into the next round. The worrying factor is, of course, exceL off the back of this aren't going to be that stable, and they really need to find some answers soon enough. If they lose either one of these guns as well, they would have been in such a dire situation.
Yeah. Connor has moved, though. I believe he will be saving this one into round number 4. So, 2,700 on him. He will have 1.4k extra into the bank into this round, so he can jump over an M4. If they go for the force buy, try to break Prophecy's money, but look at that. The smoke hasn't even gone away yet, and he's pushing in, gives away his frag. As soon as you give up mid as well, you give up connector, allows the T's to push through that smoke. They know that there's no one towards jungle. They know that if they go together, play the trade game towards the players on site, the round should be over. So, exceL off the force buy. 3 players pushing in towards Palace. They're walking into Archer's crosshair.
They are pushing him. Arch might get caught with his pants down as well. They try and flash peek into him. He's actually going to do the same back to them, but he can't overwhelm them.
You can see he's cool that there's 3 players towards towards Palace here. And the reaction from the T's is to go grab that bomb and head towards that B site. Already up short, Quicks is here. If he finds his kill, even with the man disadvantage for exceL, it's looking like Prophecy should have the site here and potentially the round.
Connor in a primetime angle as well. You can have the drop on them, but Quick sniffs it out quickly and shuts it down. This is going to be awkward. Even though they get the rotate over, they still have to wait. They will realize this is the straight commit towards the bomb site, but Slap somehow playing coast by wall near window finds the headshot on Windansky. Quick's going to send Jacob off to the Burns ward as well.
Already looking like they're opting for the save. Boaster and Lazar does have the kit to buy flashback, but no smoke, no Molotov. The 2-man disadvantage, they will be giving up this round, going to 2-2. They find the initial kill towards Palace, but you push 3 players, they give up all that information. You know that there's going to be 1 player towards mid, 1 player towards B. Quick's able to go up short, uncontested. And they split towards that B side so fast. The reply there from the information given from Arch.
Things as well, map like Mirage at CT side, you need Lazar to be on the AWP. And because they get into these situations, they're not going to have that cash to play with. He's so vital as well to exceL's form factor.
If he hasn't got the AWP and he's using the rifle, play to stay alive. As soon as he falls, the T's are going to understand that it's a very weak connector, very weak short as well. If your windowed player dies early and you go for that B split, there's 2 players on site. It's a 4 versus 2. It's very hard to hold, being swarmed from all of those angles. Nevertheless, they're round 5. It's going to be the quasi buy here from exceL. Only the scout on AK. Apart from that, it's going to be pistols across the board. Lazar and Boaster carrying on with that kit and Kevlar as well, and 2 flashbangs. That's really all she wrote. They could use the flashbangs to their advantage, try flash people towards Palace, try flash towards ramp, but instead it's looking like Lazar will just default towards that triple boxes towards CT. Won't really be utilizing the flashbang properly. Boaster, they're across the map, will find the entry there onto Calais as he does fall. 5 versus 4, you still have to favor the T's. So the fact that there's only 2 sets of Kevlar on that CT side, even the man advantage, don't know if it'll be enough.
They are making their play over towards the B-bomb site. It seems Jacob's the only one in position right now. Obviously, they do have the quick rotate just playing close to window like that, but it's still going to be hard. Jacob needs to get an early frag on the board here if they are going to try and push in.
But look, though, you can see Jacob alone on that B site. All Arch has to do here is cause a ruse, right?
Yep.
Sell the fake, cause the rotation, which is already done. You can see 3 players there towards the site. Connor as well towards window. It's all down to Jacob.
Depends if they clear the angle as well. Potentially if they go straight for a plant and don't look at it, which they're not doing, he can get the frag and delay the bomb plant. Jacob pulls it out of the bag as he finds the headshot of Kolar. More of a misplay from Prophecy than anything there, but luckily enough, Slap is going to slap down the opposition. Falls them back into a 3 versus 3 here as they are attempting to retake the site. Slap is holding the angle by Forest.
Winnable here as well. Slap on 17 HP. Lazar both have Kevlar, have a kit as well. If only they had a smoke grenade. Windansky here from the rear. If he can find the kill here. Onto Quick's the side play, but he doesn't.
Unfortunately there, Windansky would have been absolutely wicked if he would have been able to do some damage, but getting punished like that leaves it all in the capable hands of Lazar. A kit and 2 flashes to play with. It is a 1 versus 2. If he finds that first frag, he can make this work, but they peek smartly, play together, just overpower him with man numbers.
2-3 now then. Prophecy. Strong start on their buy rounds here on the T-half. Was the eco, of course, but then again, Boaster and Lazar carrying forward those weapons that they saved. We are going to be going to another buy round here. Lazar finally on the AWP. 4 M4s to back him up as well. On the flip side, we're finally seeing Kolar with the AWP in his hands. He's such a prolific AWPer. And as I say that, he finds the entry there onto Boaster, trying to cross towards connector. Already a man disadvantage. 1 minute 40. They can slow this one down. They can spread the CT defense. They know there's going to probably be a weak middle. You can see already. Smoke going towards top mid. Molly comes up from Slap. They can take control of mid, split towards B, split towards A. It's going to be a 4 versus 2, a 5 versus 2 onto either of these sides.
Things as well, getting that first kill is a huge catalyst for Prophecy because Lazar, more of your aggressive offensive AWPer, the sort of man you want to get those energetic boosts, try and go for the little bit of a flamboyant play. He's going to be stunted off the back of that. They can't run the risk of him going in to make a good opener because they're already a man down.
Exactly that. Lazar falling back towards ticket booth. Wendanski with the rifle towards, connected towards jungle. I like that. It's better that way. You can't get caught with the AWP in this close quarters. With the boost here potentially coming out. Connor though towards CPO. We should be ready for this.
Molotov comes in, gives him all the information he needs, but he's starting to get burnt to a crisp. He gets stuck in there, has to take the fight with Calais, and it's not going to work out in his favor at all. Brings them now into only having 3 players remaining. This trio needs to start doing work. Wendanski will find 1 headshot back on towards Calais, but there's still 4 Ts remaining.
Bomb towards ramp. Arch as well towards Palace. Lazar here, if he finds 1 frag, Arch can just cover him. Try to go for that refrag afterwards to see the smokers faded. He gets the tag as well onto Collar. This could be the round here.
Oh, that could have been huge if he landed the second shot. Lazar trying to calm himself down, overreacting a little bit there. He's going to get punished because of this. Kolor takes him down with the AWP. It's a 3 versus 2, but Wendanski peeks out, takes down Kolor, gets the spray on towards Archer as well. The bomb is down in the middle of the site. Quicks has to be fast on his feet to grab it and commit to the plant here as well. A 1 versus 2. So many angles to watch now as well. He is in open ground. He gets given a grace period, those nods, to back off towards ramp.
Able to go back towards ramp here. Has the flashbang. Wendanski here with a 3K. Can he make it the quad kill? 2-3. This is such a big round here for exceL to win.
Facing together, trying to go and play as a unit, and they will do so. Wendanski shuts him down, starting to bounce himself up, get a little bit of energy behind him. The defuse will come through, and they do tie the scoreline up at 3-3.
So, another buy round here, 1 for exceL. The first one for themselves, obviously, after winning that pistol. Buy round coming into this one. They are going to be prone to the reset. Obviously, 2 players staying alive is not ideal. You want your bank to build. You want 4 or 5 players staying alive. You don't have to drop over those constant M4s. We know exceL are prone to saving as well, right? Lazar must put a name up for it. It's a bit of a meme within the UK scene, the fact that he'd always save the AWP, but actually he doesn't really want to give away his frag. Yeah. He's very hesitant to die, which can be good. Problem is you're playing versus the aggressive AWP of Kolo. Does that counter a style? I guess we'll find out. Fast mid control here from Prophecy. No one going towards underpass. 3 towards top mid. Missed shot there from Lazar to go for the shot boost. Whiffs the shot though, which means they know where the AWP is. Kolo will smoke off towards window. They have control of mid now. The SK setup here. Boaster being baited for usually by Wendanski, but Wendanski has to worry about Palace as well. Connor leaving B, going towards window, towards CT. Acknowledges that they could have boosted as well during this time. Arch finds the first. That's a fast reply frag there. The trade kill comes. The bait setup works, but there's still a 4 versus 4. 1 minute on the clock. You've got to be favoring the T's, especially as they have short for free once again.
Going to go for the elevated boost. Quick's trying to sniff out anyone that is afoot on the B-bomb site. They make their play through. Molotov's going to go in. This actually could force Jacob out of position, but he peeks early. Gets a big tag, but he falls back into the molly. They now know he has to peek into their hands. Another easy kill is going to go their way. Sure, Quicks is low, but this retake is nigh impossible. They just have to hold back. Luz's playing for exits, but that's the best case scenario. As long as he holds onto the AWP and gets maybe 1 or 2 kills, that's all he can achieve.
Yeah, the money for Prophecy. Let's take a look at it. 3,000, 2,000, so they need to really stay alive here and try and build their bank up. Already a man fallen. I believe Arch there. Dying to the hands of Lazar. There he is, the man on your screens. So, 4-3 now. As once again, exceL forced to go for the save. Seems like they have short control for free. Every single time they're able to get up short, and from there, they go for that trade frag. They go 1 for 1. They've been mulling towards Van as well. Jake caught off guard by that. As soon as they find that first kill, there's just no letting up from that B-bomb site. It's such a hard site to retake as well if you don't have the proper utility. You can't molly off towards bench. You can't smoke off the bomb. Molly off towards short as well. Connor there on your screens. Wendanski, 8-4. Apart from that, Connor there, 6 frags as well. Jake just sitting there 1-4, but obviously we're only 8 rounds in, so can't really read too much into that one. It's going to be quite the weird quasi-buy here. exceL playing for a lot into this round. Once again, going for the triple palace setup. They're going to get a lot of information here, but they haven't gone towards ramp. Let's see. If Connor pushes towards ramp before the T's have gone towards B, there's a chance here. Lars with the AWP alone. Quick's now slowly walking into his crosshair, but this execute should be able to counter the AWP from Lazar.
Set themselves up an abundance of utility to play with here, and that's going to be the key factor as well. Zone out the CTs, make them blend and try and break them as you push your way in towards the bomb site. Lazar misses the opening shot, but will redeem himself as he takes down Kali, but it's not going to matter so quickly. A flurry of frags come out in favor of the Prophecy side, leaving the last two remaining members of the CT side just on measly pistols. Their arsenal is weak, and they're still taking the fights that they are not going to win. Boaster gets punished. Connor's in the back. If he just holds here, gets an exit frag, I mean, if Polar exits, yeah, he gets the AWP, that could be huge, but that's it.
Once again, CT players forced to save as the site is given up. Lazar missing that first entry. Gets the second kill though, right? If he had found 2 frags there before going down, then maybe there's a chance for exceL. He whiffs that first shot. He overextends as well. You saw how far out he came from the rattlesnake position. Players on balcony were able to spray him down. Nice and easy. Gives away his frag there. Nevertheless, though, we usually see Lazar being one of the star players on the exceL side. I mean, last week at Mirage, he was really the only one performing for exceL versus Method. So, round number 9. Not quite sure if exceL forced into that one. I believe it was just the Quasi, but we could take a look. If they are going to be full eco here, which they are, so 3.5k across the board, they can still bump the AWP into the next round. 5-3, you've got to be expecting 6-3 here unless something crazy happens. No deagles though, usually it's the deagle that'll set up those eco round wins.
I'd say as well with exceL, normally their CT side is actually where they have these issues. Sure. Mirage, more of that T-side team, it plays their strengths where they can do the damage. They are going to go for a shock and awe style setup though. Group up, work together as they know they're not going to be able to win their ecos out playing like gun rounds. This is a nice little bit of a play, but it's not really working out. Quicks will quickly dispatch everyone that comes in front of him, and that is going to be the eco wiped up very, very swiftly.
Rumored as well, coach from exceL said they've heavily anti-stratted Prophecy. So there's 2 ways you go about that, right? One is telling the truth, and they have. Or 2, he's saying that so that Prophecy don't try to play their own game, and you try and exploit that potentially. Problem is, we've seen constant 3-man pushes towards Palace, but it just hasn't been effective. Jacob's been losing the calling battle here versus Quicks. Pushes towards Palace. On the T side, they're pushing towards B. Game of chess here, and Prophecy are winning it currently. 2-0 last week. If they get the 2-0 this week as well, going to be in the limelight, along with Envious Academy. So we head to another buy on round 10. AWP onto Collar once again. AWP on Lazar as well. Players towards ramp. Bomb as well, going for the contact play.
They're going to try and make their play now on towards the site. No real contestation as they first make their play out. Slap will find the head of Boaster and take it as game. They're now going to be approaching their way through as well. Jacob forced to fall back to deep CT. Looks like they will take the fight through. Quicks has spotted him out and doesn't now have to commit to it. He can just hold up close by ticket booth, and they've got a lot of map control.
Lazar still towards B as well. The AWP. Slap finds another frag down to Connor. There's 2 for him into the round. Quicks nailing Jacob. Collar as well, finding the frag onto Endansky. Once again, we're in the situation where Lazar was forced to save with the AWP. Well, tried to anyway.
Yeah.
Prophecy constantly going for those contact plays towards B. Quicks is obviously leading the charge there. Problem is, you bring the AWP over there. He shouldn't rotate as the Bianca before he's seen bomb. By the time the bomb is seen, 2 players have already been killed. Slap finds 2 frags. Both the first person to go down there towards CT. Lazar's so late on the rotate, he can't find those frags as they cross, right? He's not towards B shot, we can kill them crossing default. He's not towards CT. Find them as they cross the site. Collar here trying to repeat the frag he found earlier onto Boaster. Seems like Boaster's been giving up his kill. Maybe a little bit too easy here on the CT side. 3-7, another buy round lost for exceL on the CT side. Just P250s. Deagle onto Boaster and Connor, but unless some magic happens, it should be 8-3.
Quicks actually gets the long-range kill towards Connor as well. Nice bit of cash they're racking up out of this round. I mean, that's the best factor as well for Prophecy now. They read the round smart. They knew the economy. Just get your way through. Try to not lose any rifles. Don't give exceL anything they can scavenge and take through into their following round. They've done a good job of that. Sure, you only lose Quicks, but he's already made more than his money back with them at 10 frags.
Yep.
When Dansky's trapped in jungle, unlikely he gets too much out of this.
Typically on eco as well, I usually say go for those 2 to 3 kills. Try and take out $8,000, $12,000 worth of investment from the opposing team. Problem is, you're 3 to 8 down now. It's not about the economic damage. It's about the rounds. They can't keep losing these. They can't afford to keep losing these rounds, sorry. Already, Prophecy winning the half. Only 11 rounds being played. Another buy on. Lazar 6k. What's he going to be able to do with the AWP? He's trying to go towards B. Prophecy going for the contact play. You can hear them talking in the background as well, discussing what they're trying to do.
This is the thing as well. I imagine this pause actually coming out is going to be the exceL tack pause, so they
Yep.
can try and work through this. Finally, the economy is back in favour. They've not gone for the buy yet on Lazar, but he does have the 6k. Windansky also on 6k, but
If they could go for double ult setup, I mean, you could opt towards B and towards
Yeah.
mid. We saw Method having success with that. You know, Xenia opting towards B apps, then obviously Weber opting towards window. Problem is, you're using your full investment at that point. You lose this round, 9-3, you're broke once again. You're going to be seeing Prophecy get to double digits.
this is the thing. If they go for the full investment into this round with a double AWP, they are actually just going to go for the one AWP on Lazar. If they lost this, you're looking at, like, best case scenario for exceL off the back of that is 10-5.
Yeah, obviously the eco
Yeah.
coming afterwards, so yeah, 10-5. On a T side Mirage as well. We saw Endpoint as well having weak CT sides. Maybe it's just a stint of being in the UK, who knows. 3-8 now as we head into round 12. AWP onto Lazar once again. Can he have more of an impact? He's gone towards B, he's seen nothing. Maybe push towards B. Like, this is the thing. When you AWP towards B, the reason you do it is you push B, you get all the information, you have your scopes above of underpass, and you have your B shot player rotate towards there. You play 4A off the back of that. Instead, though, there's only 2 here, and they're both towards jungle. No one towards CT. Windansky gets to find multiple frags if there's a chance into the round here for exceL.
Windansky forced out of position though because the Molotovs come in. The firebombs are keeping him at bay. He can't do anything to aid his teammates now. They have given away control of the A-bomb site completely. Lazar on short is the only decisive factor. Fires in, will eliminate Slap. They have a 4 versus 5 retake here, but they need to try and do more. They've got an abundance of utility as well, but they just need to group up.
So, 4 versus 5. Kits, Molotovs as well. Strong utility. Boaster and can they find frags? We're in a 3 versus 4.
Kolar in the background, he doesn't actually spot out that they have a man hot on their toes. It is going to be Boaster coming in the rib, but it doesn't matter. Kolar will take him down, but it's all left on Kolar, and he starts to do damage. But Connor had the angle coverage. You can see the frustration on his face as well. He felt like he was starting to get himself going. The engine was ticking over, but unfortunately, exceL will retaliate. They get 4 rounds on the board now off the back of the buy.
2 AWP kills there from Lazar. I mentioned the fact that if he was towards CT, catching them crossing site towards B short, watching them cross from stairs to jungle, there could be a chance if Prophecy went for the A executes, and just that happened. You saw Lazar going B short, finding multiple frags as they did cross the site. That's exactly what exceL needed. Prophecy playing with a bit of confidence there, pushing the smokes towards stairs, pushing towards jungle. Lazar's AWP catching them off guard. 4-8 now. Prophecy, they can go for the reset here. exceL, their bonus. Money bonus towards the end of the round has been reset. Lazar again towards B short. He's not making the short jump. Instead, he runs all the way around short, gives up the whole portion of connector mid. You can see on the CT side, Noah's playing towards towards CT. There's a reason his executes have been so successful so far from Prophecy on their T side. 1 minute 20 on the clock now. Slow default here from Prophecy. They have control of mid. Windansky now playing towards window. Lazar there towards CT. Boaster there towards stairs, holding towards Palace, but no one towards CT. It's just Lazar there towards triple. If the execute comes in, he'll still be able to find kills, potentially bomb, coming back towards A.
That's A play. The split push in towards the site as they are going to try and make their attack.
Question is, they have flashbangs, they have utility. This is a good smoke here. 50 seconds on the clock. If they wait for the smoke, 20 seconds deducted from the time, 30 seconds left. They're going to be forced and choked into going towards A. Let's see, they push the smoke. I don't think Lazar's aware of it.
Seems confused right now as he is focused over towards CT. No one else was focusing there. If he peeks back through, Kolar will take him down, but it's actually going to be Slap that got the angle. Eliminates him. Boaster can retaliate at the very least, so they do go 1-for-1, but Windansky overpowered. They're left in a 3 versus 3, and the bomb is going down right now. Arch as well. He can just fall back, just play from Palace into the late round. They're in good afterplants on the side of Prophecy. Slap going to tiptoe his way through CT. They've been able to get themselves in the positions they need to be in.
So, gets onto Jacob and Connor. The last bit utility used, the Molotov towards under balcony. Easy shot there, whiffed, and again though, he finds the frag. Arch as well. Boaster in that 1 versus 2 there. Even though Collar missed that easy frag, he went for the reface there towards triple, found that frag towards bench. From the 3 versus 3, went to that 1 versus 2, extremely fast, and once again, the contact player towards A goes in their favor. Lazar caught off guard towards triple. It's a nice frag there found from Arch. And the second frag as well.
Devastating stuff there. exceL as well off the back of that now. Just an abysmal buy.
Exactly. You mentioned the fact that if they won this round, it should be 10 minimum for Prophecy. The fact that exceL going for the full eco, just a smoke and a flashbang towards that B-bomb site. Apart from that, that's all they've really got. USPs, P2000s across the board. Prophecy should be able to get to 10 here. 10-4. Even if this goes 10-5 and exceL win the last round of the half, so much pressure on that pistol. Remember, exceL won the first pistol. 2 of their rounds off the back of that. They've only won 2 buy rounds, while Prophecy have won 9. So consistency leading into the next half as well. You really have to be favoring Prophecy. Even if exceL win the pistol, they make it 8-10. Just the consistency on these buy rounds from Prophecy have been too much to ask for from exceL.
Once again, they've got complete control of the A bomb site, the stack on B. At least they can just try and bring some stuff to the table, just go all in at this point, not really overly invested into the round, just have that 5-7 on Jacob, which he can transfer over to Lazar.
Once again, though, look at this stack from exceL. The IGL battle being won right now by Quicks. Jacob buys the smoke, the flashbang. Typically, when someone does that on ecos, they throw a smoke towards B, they throw a smoke towards ramp or whatever, and you try and funnel the T's away from that site. So you have one player there, you'd have Jacob alone on B, he'll do the smoke flashbang, whatever. Try and force the T's back, trying to make it or mimic a site stack. Quicks though did read it, Archdev, nice 3K. But then again, money doesn't really mean too much here. As obviously it's going into the final round, round 15. The coach there from exceL brought in to try and reteach these old veterans of the UK scene the basics, really. Look very strong on Nuke, but once again, we're seeing a weak Mirage here, a weak CT side from exceL.
And this is kind of reminiscent of everything we see with exceL and Mirage, though normally they do struggle on that CT side. We saw it obviously when they were Imperial as well.
Yep.
It's been sort of a staple for them, which is something they can't quite seem to fix.
It feels like Connor is such a big factor as well in this lineup on the T side. When they go for those slow contact plays, Connor is the one to open up the sites, but obviously on your CT side, it's more spread out individually. Once again, though, Quicks towards his B site. Can he find the entry? And if he does, are they going to fake it? Are they going to fake control, force a rotation over there? All the CT players leaving A, bring the bomb back around, wrap it round towards that A site.
Diving their way out on towards the bomb site, though, showing off their acrobatics, but it's not really working out in their favor. Quicks will get taken down, but they now realize it is the full play towards the A bomb site. They can spot the bomb as well. When Dansky's in the back line, he can check out T-spawn. Boaster has the uncover to eliminate Kolor. This is great. All they have to do is defend the bomb from T-spawn. The T's are quaking in their boots, panicking right now as they have to overreact, and Connor will pick them off.
10-5. I mentioned in the earlier map we casted Jack. Method having a very strong T side and a weaker CT. I guess you could say the same for exceL. When Method were playing versus exceL last week on Mirage, it said spell at the T sides. Then again, though, 10 rounds on your T side Mirage, you can't really ask for more, especially after losing pistol. That's huge, right? This could have been a 12-3, a 13-2 half here from Prophecy if they did take that T pistol. exceL, they lose this. They don't get the bomb down. Prophecy take the following, the subsequent 2 rounds. After the pistol, we could be looking at a 13-5 half here. That's if the pistols go 1-1, and that's really where you see the fairer matchups.
It's quite worrying as well, because obviously Prophecy have looked very crisp on, I'd say, all the pistol rounds we've seen from so far. This is what we saw last week as well. Whereas exceL, they do have players that can step up on pistol rounds. It just depends if it's going to be that instantaneous burst back in. I mean, in terms of the strategy we're going to see, obviously, it's normally very standard, right? We see it a lot. Those aggressive plays towards the B bomb site. You're looking at B contact here.
Yep.
It's very sort of, it's easy to read, obviously, with what exceL go for. So it depends if they're going to switch.
It's not even that. It's not even readable plays. It's the fact that Quicks is guessing what Jacob's calling. Stacks towards sites, aggression from the CT side, 3-man pushes towards Palace, Quicks has gone towards B, or the first time it happened, right, when Arch was caught off guard, he died, but he spotted 3 players, he made the call. You saw on the minimap as well, the instant reply from the T's, they just took mid control, only 1 player mid, just smoke off window, molly off towards connector, or vice versa, go up short, go through B apps, it's a 1 versus 4 on that B side. Anyway though, very big pistol here for exceL. They need to win both pistols if they want a chance to take this one. 5 sets of Kevlar as well on that CT side. They need to be fast on the retakes. No kit here. Arch, precise with the USP, can be pushing though.
The speed contact play, of course, coming out. Arch is in position, hoping to see them peek into him. They play it smartly, peek at the same time. Boaster takes him down. Quicks will rotate over, but he misses the opening shot, and Connor will bite back. Takes him out. Very clean stuff right now from exceL as they've slipped their way in towards the bomb site. They can try and hunker themselves down. Not going to overreact. They can plant the bomb in their own time as well. They're in good after plants, and this retake is going to be awkward. Kolor needs to try and be the distraction. The double peek needs to come out as well from Calais and Slap, but Slap faces on his own and gets taken down all on his lonesome. Kolor's also going to follow the same suit of the rest of his teammates, and Calais, 9 HP, can't do anything into the round. Just going to lose his armor as Jacob hits him in the jaw.
Trying to save his Kevlar there. On to the next round, obviously. You have your Kevlar, you can buy your pistols, you can buy a smoke, double flashbang extra. But he will go down. Very commanding pistol there from exceL. Winning both pistols, and still the scoreline being 6-10. Obviously on that T side, as long as you win versus the force buy, beat the eco, we should be looking at a 8-10 scoreline. Mac 10 on Jacob, UMP onto Boaster. 2 Galils here. It seems like the Galils are suddenly coming into the UK meta right now. Method bringing them out onto Pulse and I believe Niels, no, not Niels Junior. I think it's Weber and Pulse usually buy the Galils. exceL following suit.
exceL, yeah, this is kind of becoming sort of the more standardized buy we're seeing. Obviously, where you've got the Galil, so you have the range advantage with the 1 AK buyer over on Lazar as well. He can just play off the back of his rifling skills, and then you've got the 2 SMGs for the cash builder. Yeah,
fairly common anti-eco as well. Is on your T side, go for the B split, smoke off window, smoke off connector, get up B short. You can even smoke off CPL as well. Long range angle, obviously, when you go up short. When you go in towards A, there's so many close angles towards stairs, towards jungle, sandwich, ramp, etc. A lot easier angles to clear out onto that B bomb site, apart from obviously the site itself, right, the boost and whatnot, or crouching behind bench.
Boaster kicks it off to take short control. That's going to be Connor and Boaster as a dynamic duo, blasting their way in towards that B bomb site. Jacob as well finding a kill with that SMG on Slap. So at least they are getting their bang for their buck out of these UMPs as well into the round, as Boaster will get another frag taking down Kolor. This isn't the best round in the world for Prophecy. They're going to get that bomb plant as well, so they will get cash to play with. As Calais, forced to fall back, does scavenge himself a Mat 10, but not the most ideal weapon when we're heading into these later rounds.
Yep. Can we see the money real quick, please, Keita? So yeah, they did go for the eco. 2 players there with $1,100, so if they want to go for the double ult setup straight away, they can. And obviously $800, $600 as well. That's enough from Molotov leading into that first buy round. Interesting to see what Prophecy opt to do on their CT side. Call out towards mid. I don't think we've seen Prophecy play Mirage yet. They played Overpass, and I think it was Train versus, Train and Overpass versus Endpoint last week. We're going to see Train again this week. I think Train is the map that Prophecy, exceL have done their research on Prophecy. Interested to see that matchup. And if the fact that exceL have done their homework on Train, see if they do show something better on their CT sides.
Yeah, obviously a lot more of a diverse benchmark to base our opinions of exceL's Mirage play rather than Prophecy's up against sort of more domestic UK teams, because we've just not seen them play it, is kind of the true story there. But this time around, back into the fold, obviously getting into things. Prophecy still nothing really to play with, just the Mat 10 that's now been handed over to Arch. But most likely if they can just do some damage to exceL, that's the best case scenario.
Goal here obviously is to find 2 frags, and ideally those 2 frags could be coming from Arch. 600, 1.2k. Ooh, decisive double dink there from Kolor. 4 versus 5. Once again, though, only Kevlar on Calais. Unlikely round here. CT's to win unless they find some early frags here before the bomb goes down.
Yeah, they'd have to pull off something ridiculous. They actually get Lazar very low, though, and it allows Kolor to come in with that UMP and just tear through him with a pre-fire. Slap is going to fall, and it comes down to Quicks and Kolor to try and claw this back from the jaws of defeat. Kolor peeks in on his lonesome and will be punished because of that. Quicks is in the back line. He does arrive on the scene, but he's not going to be causing a stir today. He will be shut down.
Yep, fairly good eco as well from the CT side. 2 guns taking out the hands of the Ts. 10-8. Big buy round here. exceL win this buy round. They go to 9. They force Prophecy onto a quasi-buy. They win that as well, 10-10, and then the buy rounds come again. Prophecy, at that point as well, if it gets to that 10-10 score, and they can be prone to resets, even if it goes 11-10, they can get reset from exceL. For them to win this on the T side, they need to break the bank of exceL, of Prophecy, sorry. Anyway, Kolor finds that first frag. When Dansky does fall, you mentioned it earlier, the support player is now gone from this T side. Still though, strong utility on the remaining 4 players. Lazar there just a smoke grenade, but apart from that, he is tagged up a little bit. Warp onto Kolor once again, and the 4 M4s there to back him up. 5 versus 4. All 4 of these Ts heading potentially towards that B site. Bomb is at the end of B apps. Could go for a fast B split. Then again though, Jacob coming here towards under window. If they boost towards window here, try go for a split through CT towards B. That could be the key to success.
Could be Indeed. Slap playing close in the smoke right now as the Molotovs are going to go in to try and draw him out of position. Only takes 6 damage, so he will be all right. Just falls back to the blind spot as well, so he can still hold in case they go for a late round connector push. Meanwhile, Quick's up close and personal. Listen out for those audio cues. They play it smart, though. Flashbang over, peek at the same time. Looking a lot better right now for exceL as they push their way on towards the bomb site. Arch is there, but he struggles to gain his composure. Even though he finds 1 frag, it's very swiftly traded back by Boaster.
3 versus 2. Jacob hears the steps from Kale, peeks out from Delpan. Nice easy frag there, found for him. Collar as well, giving away his position potentially, giving off that sound cue of burning in the Molotov. 3 players alive for exceL. This is good for their money. Prophecy sent back to reset school.
Yep.
This should be what? They get 3.4k. They can go for Deagle, Kevlar, CZ Kevlar, maybe a flashbang as well. So not the end of the world for them. They can have a fairly decent buy. Definitely winnable round, right? You might go what? 10 to 90, 25 to 75 in favor of the T's winning this one. But obviously, if they can find a kill early on with those CZs or those Deagles, pick up that gun, have the Kevlar, there's a chance here into this one. Pause coming out. I believe it's a tactical pause there from Prophecy. exceL. 10 to 5 down, winning both pistols though. You've got to be expecting 6 rounds off the back of that. In terms of buy round, I believe Prophecy's still in the lead. So as the game does go on into the latter portions, they'll still be able to have consistency into those buy rounds.
Thing as well, a team like Prophecy in these situations, this is where they can try and get stuff back on track. Bounce a few ideas off each other's heads. There is a lot of experience in some of these Kia players. They do have some stuff to work with, and more so than anything though, come back into this round, get it over with, get yourself back into a stable economic situation in the following round, and try it and make work then. Because they know most likely they're going to lose this one and equal up at 10-10.
I mean, look at the money as well. They got 2,000 across the board. They're going to get an extra 3,400 into the bank. Slap there, laying down the law, giving his insight and his team a piece of his mind. Let's see if it's going to impact their CT play. Deagle onto Collar, pistols across the board for the CT side. Once again, 4 AKs, or no SMGs on this T side. Money is doing fairly well for exceL as well. I believe one player has about 5,000-6,000 across the board. For the rest of them, about 2k. So, Prophecy, they win 2 in a row. There's a chance they can try and break that T bank. Nevertheless, the Slap is quick here.
Oh, this is scary as well, because look, Slap peeks out. Look where the bomb is as well. He can get a lot of information off the back of this. Peeks around, also spots out Windansky. I think they should be aware of what's going on, but the only factor is they just have 3 men remaining. So even they know that this should be a late round A take now, it's not going to aid them that much.
3 versus 5, no kits. Kevlar to Arch with that CZ. Smoke comes in towards short. It's looking like an A split through connector and a ramp. Kale towards window, gets smoked off, can't really do too much here. And the A site is given up for free. This time round, Jacob makes the right call, a site which isn't really stacked. Prophecy going to be matched here 10 to 10.
Jacob, so close, but he isn't aware that these CTs are right next door. Boaster will take the head of Kola and put it up on his mantelpiece. Archer is going to find a CZ frag. Finally, Jacob works out what is going on. And we'll back off to just try and stay alive very low. The rest of the T's can hunt if they wish to go for it, though, as they just have the money to play with. They want to do whatever they can to stop Prophecy from scavenging any weapons. And Kale has grabbed himself a Kalashnikov, and he has cheesed it out of there, so he's a mile away.
He is indeed. Still, though, they are on 3,400 bonus, so saving this AK isn't really ideal. 10 to 10, we are evenly matched here, even though exceL have won both pistols. Round 21. Prophecy, we've seen some success from Collar's AWP. Should be able to buy it up into this round as well. What's his spawn like as well? Let's take a look. Collar's spawn, see, it's not the best there. You're going to need a flashbang from one of your A players if you want to peek towards window. Can go towards B. If you take control of B, you push, you jump on those chest of drawers, you peek through B apps towards above underpass. You can try and rotate your B shot player towards window, have 3 players stack the A site. That's obviously a very effective tactic. exceL were trying to do that on their CT side, but the problem was they kept 2B, right?
Yeah.
Laz's AWP and someone on B short. They never rotated anyone towards A. That's why that side was so easy to take. Slow default here from exceL. Prophecy anticipates some CT aggression. After losing 5 rounds on the trot, they think they're going to try play aggressive, try to take the game to them. Late mid control from exceL should be the answer here. Bomb towards B apps. Luz here just holding, see if anyone's going to go for a peek. even if they throw a grenade, I mean, we saw Skadudo hit that shot multiple times at the major qualifier, banging people through, well, through to that, basically. Snap towards connector. It's a late smoke as well. I do quite like that. Wally comes in as well. That might force Jacob back just for a little bit. Only 6 seconds, though. That's still 5 versus 5. 50 seconds left on the clock. Bomb towards B-Apps. Caller Zorp as well in kitchen. 3 players stacked towards B. If this is the B split, Prophecy should be able to take this one, but that's a late Molotov.
Things as well, though. Quicks and Arch, they need to work together. They actually have to trade for each other efficiently here as they know the push is coming into the site. Cover each other's angles. Quicks going to be watching the water department. They do pick out at the right time, but Connor is able to find the headshot. Has to adapt now, but Kolor's arrived on the scene, luckily enough. Speedy with the AWP as he swiftly takes down Windansky. But look at the location of Jacob. All the way over at the bomb site. The A bomb site, he can cut off the rotation.
It's about Kala here. Is he going to check towards underpass? He's towards jungle now. He's going to hear the steps. Lars with his knife out. He's got the AWP actually going to waste that. That's a whiff. He's towards jungle, but he has to cross the site. It's near impossible. Whoa! He's gone towards Dalpan. Jacob finds the frag as well towards CT. Is he getting the bomb down? He has it.
This is ridiculous. A round that never should have got as far as it has. Jacob can peek out as well. He's getting information. He knows there's a player close steps. He can just take odd pot shots. Jiggle peek with the AK. It all falls down to him now, but he's in a good angle. Playing from deep CT like this, sure they have utility to work with, but Jake, one of the players you want in these clutch situations. So much experience. Jake, oh, it's the first and the second. exceL, kick up the firepower.
That's a huge clutch there from the captain of IGL, Jacob. exceL Esports now 6 rounds in a row, 1 for them on their T-side Mirage. That his heart there. The moment getting to him. The fact that Callow let him slip past, he was 20 HP, stuck towards Sandwich, 9 seconds. It must have been the fact he didn't AWP, he was worried that it was going to peek out. Even then, it would be, what, 7 seconds just to run get the bomb down? Nigh impossible. Finally, though, from being 10-5 down, exceL, 1 round in the lead here. Round 22, 5 AKs on the exceL side. Prophecy back to the quasi-buy. They still have their $3,400 loss bonus. The problem is they need rounds on the board ASAP. CZs, Kevlar, 1 flashbang onto Calais. On the flip side, though, strong utility for exceL. 5 AKs. Can we see the money real quick, please, Keita? I mean, they've won 6 rounds in a row, but the rounds have been close, right? Crazy clutches, crazy plays across the board. 5,000 there. Prophecy need to win 2 rounds on the trot on their CT side in the buy round to try and break the bank of exceL. Another issue as well is the fact that they are playing versus this quasi-buy, which means this should be another round where exceL stack up extra cash. It gets harder and harder now for Prophecy into the latter portions of this first map.
Calais does actually take down Luzzo, which is a pretty big impact frag. Can he recover his weapon? I'm not too sure where he actually did find that kill, but he hasn't gone for the confidence play just yet. Molotov towards window to allow them safe passage towards short, but look at this crossfire. Arch and Quicks, the duo that can do so much damage. We'll take down Connor. Kolor through the smoke as well. Gives Jacob a hug as he now scavenges his AK right off him. Gonna grab the weapon and hope to try and do a little bit more damage, just roaming around. This round's gone so far south for exceL. Never should have occurred like this. They're trying to claw it back, but their attempts are fruitless as it's all turned away. Windansky's the last man left standing. Does claw it back a little bit, finds a double kill, but he needs to do so much more. They have 2 AKs in their possessions, Nods, and the bomb.
Kevlar onto Quicks and Arch, both have AKs in hands, HE as well. Slap. I know that dig from behind though. Windansky can turn this into, actually no, there's 7 seconds.
Yeah.
He can't even throw the gun away as well. So they will salvage 3 AKs. Sloppy plays there, maybe some overconfidence after that clutch. Usually, when they are going up towards B short, you should be Molotoving short, flashing into CPL, take control of there. Once you have control of CPL, you can peek towards short. We saw good flashbangs there, catching Quicks and cut off guard towards B short. This time, though, maybe some overconfidence, some arrogance there. Slight mistakes allow Prophecy into the round. Tactical timeout here from exceL. Obviously, they're trying to break the momentum. They've won 6 in a row. They don't want Prophecy here to be able to bounce back. They want to stunt any aggression, any chance on the CT side of Prophecy.
I think it's what's scary as well, though. Even if they do pick this round up, exceL come back into the fold, right? Prophecy still got enough money for that following buy. They're not going to be damaged. The reset won't occur off the back of this round. And it's actually a very juicy buy as well. You've got 3 AKs to play with. They've got the AWP over on Kolor. Calais still going to have enough money to go for an AWP buy into the following round as well.
Of course. And one thing to note as well, Prophecy winning this round, which means they are potentially prone to the reset. 7,700 to Calais, though. You win your eco. You've already got 2,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
You win your eco without spending a dime. 3,500 plus the 2,000, 5,500 into the bank. That's why you see the Prophecy players, the fact they salvaged those 3 AKs as well is massive. 4,000 across the board for the CT bank. exceL need to win this one, win the second one as well. They need 2 rounds on the Trop. Prophecy need the same. This is a big buy round here, Jack. Winner of this, potentially take this first map. Once again, though, from exceL on their T side, slow mid default. Holding for any CT aggression. Nothing's been shown just yet. Strong utility on both sides. Molotovs across the board. Kits as well. This is probably the biggest buy both teams have had into this first map. Lazar, they up towards Palace. He's already scoped, which means he has to slow, peek into jungle and towards stairs. But obviously, if he scopes and there's someone close towards ramp or towards Palace, they're going to hear it. Seems like mid controller's now been taking off the T's. Slap, though, close towards connector, about to find contact.
Slap in position here. Once again, very critical. If they do go for this split push towards the A bomb site, he is going to be that first point of contact. Molotov goes in, but it isn't going to force him out of position. Molly's underpass as well. This delays Connor, so they have to wait out so much more time. Time's burning through as well. 50 seconds now. If they mess this up, they have to commit.
Forward position from Slap. If only had a Molotov here, 40 seconds left. Good flashbang though. Passes Orb though, finds the frag onto Slap. 4 versus 5 now. As they are getting pinned down from Quicks towards connector.
Quicks got into that elevated angle, rattled down fire from above. Did find one frag, but Boaster's there with a quick response on the trade. They molly under, but Kali is just playing from far back on site. He's ready for them to swarm in. Has to try and get the opening kill. Takes down Windansky. There's no efficient trade. Archer also shuts down Jacob. Somehow, Lazar will find the frag, but Boaster will fall. It's all on Lazar. 16 seconds to play with. Finds the next frag. Takes down Archer, but he's got to grab the bomb. No smoke to play with now. Has utility. Just has to commit to the plant. He isn't going to go for the first initial phase. It's the AWP versus AWP duel here, Snods.
He has the Molotov as well. He can molly the bomb if the time does tick towards triple boxes. He anticipated the push here from Collar, but he has an AWP as well into his hands. If he scopes towards CT, he's won the round, Jack.
Gonna try and make the fakes. Will peek through, but he whiffs the shot. Lazar, if he peeks now, he will be punished as well. Kola, all he has to do is hold the angle, purchase himself up, hungry to strike upon his prey. Lazar just jiggle peeking around, trying to wiggle and stay alive. Knows he's low, he peeks into it, but it doesn't work. He gets shut down. Kola finds the frag somehow, and he gets the defuse to boot as well. Prophecy pick up another round.
Intense 1 versus 1 there. Both players wielding that AWP. You can see Lazar shaking his head. He knows he should have won that. He tagged him up. Low HP onto Collar. He legs in. Doesn't quite connect that PT50 shot though. Prophecy finally gets some rounds on the board. exceL, 4,000, 3,000. I believe Jacob can drop over an AK, which he has done just that. So we'll be seeing another buy here from exceL. Prophecy, I mentioned they need to win 2 on the Trop to try break this bank on the T side. Yeah. If they make it 13-11, force the eco from exceL 14-11 at that point. It's 5 rounds that exceL will need, and only 2 for Prophecy. No AWP as well for Lazar. Been so key to their victories on that terrorist side. Boaster reduced down to just the Galil from the AK. Utility as well. No nades on Lazar. Has to go in first, right? If you have no utility into the after plant, you can't smoke off jungles, Molotov off CT, flash things, etc. Just be the trade bait, right? Be the person that gets traded. You have no utility anyway. You're not really that useful into the mid round. Just try and get your team the opening frag onto a site.
Lazar no head armor as well, so it's only going to take 1 shot with that M4 to take him down if he does go on towards the bomb site, which is going to be a little bit of a struggle. Molotov comes out once again as they just want to wait for the push to come through underpass, just trying to keep that mid control at bay. Prophecy know they have this round in their hands.
5 versus 5, another slow round here from both sides. Prophecy. They found potentially the key to success, the slow rounds. What is this? Windansky out of Palace? Collar finds the initial frag as well. It's a 1-man advantage with 40 seconds left of the clock. The bomb is towards Palace. This is a very hard round now for the T's to win, especially if Jacob forces it towards Delpan. He needs to find an entry onto Calais. But with 30 seconds left, they can be funneled in towards A. Jacob needs to be the key to success here.
Oh, doesn't clear the angle, just tried to walk through the leap of faith, but it's not going to work out in his favor. Calais doing damage as well. Connor will luckily end his reign of terror, but Kolor's on the site. He's whiffing though. Normally, he lands these shots. 3 misses on the table, but time's ticking away. The bomb is down as well. They have to go right now. They would need to kill everyone to pick this round up, and it is going to be over. The T's won't be able to win it. If they wanted to there as well, could run the risk to try to kill Boaster off the time, yeah.
Thing is, though, right now, heat for the moment, this is a very close game. So, money potentially broken here for exceL. Let's see. 2,000 there, going to be going for the quasi-buy eco. Some light armor, smokes, flashbangs. Could be going towards B. Could be seeing the JKM from the man himself. That'd be interesting. Window smoke and top mid smoke. JKM that has the smoke grenade as well into his hands. There's 3 smokes brought up from the T's. The B split. This is where JKM comes in from behind. When the CTs on that B side are distracted, he's trying to kill that B shot player in the back. Try and find an easy entry onto this B side. So down to Archstone. He's jump spotting with the Molotov. That should be able to delay the push enough here.
Yeah, this is that standard exceL pistol round that we saw. Let's see if it works any better now. They actually have the Tech 9s in their hand. Quicksand Arch will find the frag very easily. It's so simple for Arch there as well. So much more range to play with. Just fall back by Forest, pick up those easy kills they come in. Windansky's got a little bit of bite in him though, as he will find 1 kill, but the final 2 players of exceL will fall, and that is going to be Prophecy getting another round on the board.
Things coming to fruition now as well. That buy round, I said, if they win it, 14-11. Which we see now. Prophecy needing 2. exceL need 5. What's the go-to strat? Orp onto Connor. Does he have a good spawn? Let's take a look. Yeah, he has the best mid spawn. So if he can find the frag here towards mid, they can swarm mid, go for a fast B split potentially. But look, slap. Collar won't bite.
Oh, this is very risky. They actually do get 1 frag. The Boaster takes down Slap, but the responses come in. This does favor the T's at this point, though, especially if they go for the split pick towards the bomb site, but not when Kotler goes back. Another face from him. So much confidence.
1-man advantage as well for Prophecy. A fast round leaves us with the CT sides having the advantage. JKM and Lazar. It feels like we see these last 2 alive fairly often. JKM and Lazar, I mean, they've had multiple potential 2 versus 4s, 2 versus 3s towards that A site. Will they try and repeat that again?
Backing off. Going to try it and play to their strengths. 1 flashbang, 2 Molotovs, and all the natural tools to attempt to win this round. But Kolor is going to have absolutely other ideas.
No smoke as well, just a flashbang. They have mollies, so they can molly off towards B short. Molly window, flash towards connector. Try to get a frag there, try to find the entry towards A and risk it. If they go up short, they need to kill Arch. If Arch goes 1 for 1, the round is near enough done. Let's see what happens.
Things they've got the flashbang. They're actually just going to dry peek it though. Arch gives away his location. He peeks first. Lazar takes him down. Luckily enough, this is huge. Quick's in position over by Truck here. You've got the mollies. They should be mollying it out, try and force him out of position, then just play together on these frags. Kolor coming in with a retake. The AWP isn't that efficient right now because they're already on the site. It's going to be awkward, but they don't. Clear by Truck. Quick speaks out, takes down JKM. Left in a 1 versus 2. Lazar, he knows that Kolor's tagged down low, but he has to take down Quicks. The aggression coming through. He gets legged. You can't quite do it. Just takes too much of a beating before he even gets to the real fight.
Match point now for Prophecy on this first map. Next map being Train. That's Prophecy's map pick. They won very convincingly versus Endpoint last week on it. exceL on their map pick Mirage. Not showing as much comfort as we used to be seeing. They lost as well versus Method. On this exact same map, and it was the same thing. Weak CT sides. The problem is, right? Imagine they start on their T. This would be 5 to 6, 6 to 5 on your T side. That's fairly doable, of course. Problem is, they didn't have a big enough buffer, Jack, leading into the second half.
Oh, Connor gets the opening frag this time around. This is a little bit different. Now they have a little bit of firepower to play with, pushing their way in. Kohler gives his position away. Connor's just going to rattle through the smoke, take pot shots, and dispatches the big man himself. So it's a 3 versus 5 play. Slap in the background, but Lazar catches a whiff of him, runs past, takes him down with a drive by Connor. Playing out of his mind. So this is the Connor we need to see, that explosive impact fragger on your T side.
He's the man that needs to go up ramp, find this entries towards A. It's almost too late now, right? It's easy to have this confidence that's given to you because the prospect of losing is just right in front of you. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
That nothing to lose mentality is sometimes where you see the confidence come from a few of these players, and Connor being potentially one of them. Does get the double entry as well. I believe it's spam through the smoke. It was the headshot onto Collar there with the AWP. So tactical pause here from Prophecy. It's good to see that teams are actually using the tactical pauses today. I believe we had one earlier in the Method versus Epsilon game. And apart from that, other games during the day, I don't think we even saw a single pause. There were 1 or 2. Not enough, really. At least both teams here using and utilizing all the pauses they can get.
Makes sense as well, obviously, even though they have a buffer to play with, they've still got 3 rounds before exceL are going to be a match point as well, and that will be the overtime potential. Oh, it's actually going to be the exceL tactical timeout.
Yeah, I mean, We saw Infused. Was it? Yeah, it was Infused versus Endpoint.
Yeah.
I believe they were 15-9 or 15-10 up, and Infused, the inexperience showed, and they lost those clutches. The 1 versus 3s, the 1 versus 4 to Emi and Max as well. And Endpoint were able to come back and claw it back and get to OT and take cash. So, we are going live into this one now. Orb brought back onto collar. No Orbs on that T side. M4 onto Jacob. Luzza, 19-22. Frags, you know, fairly evenly distributed as well. Roughly 20 kills across the board on 3 of these exceL players. Is that something for CT? Yeah, I believe it is, or maybe even jungle and connector. Connor towards short, though the bomb is towards Biaps, looking like a fast beat split here, Jack. Quicks again could be caught off guard.
Oh, Calais will kick it off, takes down Connor though. That's a huge impact frag. Slap as well, eliminating Boaster. It's looking absolutely dire, Snods. The terrifying trio left on the side of exceL. Windansky, Jake, and Luzza need to try and pull something out of the bag right now. It will be that B play with the late rotate of Jacob to try and cut off the rotate inside of Prophecy. But Quicks comes in with a headshot towards Luzza, and it's dire straits. Jacob eventually finds a kill back on towards Quicks, but it's still not that manageable. Arch, backup of Slap as well. They can just play this crossfire. They've got the bomb in their favor. Windansky hoping to do something, but it's unlikely.
Jacob now the 1 versus 4. It's looking like a 16-12 scoreline is on the cards for us on this first map. Smoke and Flashbang to win this, to break the bank of Prophecy, force them onto the eco, potentially an overtime game, would be massive from the IGL and captain.
Jake trying to play the mind games here, but what he doesn't realize is Calais there, hears everything, has the audio cues, and will take him down in his own time.
So yeah, weak CT side there from exceL. On their T side, they had the momentum 6 rounds in a row. The problem was, as soon as Prophecy realized the way to play their CT setups was to play nice and passive, have Cola play towards CT, have Slap take control of Connector, move the Orb to a more passive role, don't give up those early entries that we saw Connor, Boaster, and Luzza finding,